at 5 o'clock.
Well, today hundreds gathered outside the federal building in Salt Lake to protest yesterday's deadly ice shooting in Minneapolis. 37-year-old Alex Preddy was killed in a struggle with several federal agents as they tackled him to the ground before firing multiple shots. Now, Preddy had a loaded handgun on his person, which was
KSL-5 News.
Thanks a lot, Alex. Well, still to come, the surprise of a lifetime for a group of Utah high school students. They're now embarking on a months-long space project with NASA.
And a live look from downtown. Well, a surprise announcement for a group of Utah high school students who just learned that they'll be working with NASA on a space project.
Yeah, pretty cool story here. I was there in their engineering class, actually, when they got the news. They say it was a total shock and a dream come true. Another typical day inside this hands-on aerospace engineering class at the Jordan Academy for Technology and Careers in West Jordan, or at least that's what these Jordan School District students thought.
Congratulations, NASA Tech Rise winners.
They had no idea a special announcement from NASA was coming. A group of their classmates had just won a national contest.
Mason, Blake, Canyon, and Zach.
4 students whose proposal was chosen among hundreds of applicants to work with NASA on a space project.
I am honestly shocked.
Zach Hall.
Oh my goodness, that was so crazy.
Mason Rice.
Wow, that's crazy.
Canyon Bullock.
I had forgot about this project.
And Blake Bigler had all come up with a proposal that will be used in a high-altitude balloon experiment that travels into the stratosphere.
They really reached for the stars.
It involves knowing how long data can be stored in space.
If they want to send something to space or something to Mars, they can calculate this is how long it's going to last. We've learned how long, how this is going to affect it, how this is going to affect it.
Dream come true for these boys to actually work with NASA.
Completely beyond my expectations.
So exciting. That's so awesome. I want to work for NASA one day. This is going to be much more like real world. It's like run by NASA, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty cool opportunity there for these kids. Starting this week, the students will begin meeting with the NASA Rise Tech team. They'll be working together for over the next 4 months. And if all goes as planned, the launch will happen in late summer.
Wow. A smart bunch of kids.
I know, exactly.
Really cool. All right, let's bring Kristen in.
Hollywood, I'm Patrick Stinson.
All right, thanks a lot, Patrick. Still to come, a large protest march through the streets of downtown Salt Lake in response to this weekend's deadly ice shooting in Minneapolis.
But first, a Weber County man shot dead.
Today, hundreds gathered outside the federal building in Salt Lake City to protest yesterday's deadly ice shooting in Minneapolis. Well, 37-year-old Alex Preddy was killed in a struggle with several federal agents who tackled him to the ground before firing multiple shots. Preddy had a loaded handgun on his person.
Thanks so much for joining us on this Sunday night. Now, the Department of Homeland Security says Preddy threatened agents with a gun, and they fired at the 37-year-old in self-defense.
So far, no video has emerged showing Preddy pointing a weapon at agents. Hundreds turned out for a rally this afternoon in Salt Lake City protesting ICE. They met at the federal building and then marched through the streets.
News specialist Shelby Lofton tracked that group, and Shelby, they say that this was in response to the deaths of U.S. citizens in Minneapolis, right?
Dan and Ashley, that is right. That protest started around 3 o'clock here at the federal building. We have asked Salt Lake City Police for an official estimate, but we're guessing around 1,000 to 2,000 people protested from here down to the Salt Lake City U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services building.
It's not about politics anymore.
A group marched the streets of downtown Salt Lake City protesting ICE, notably larger than the protests held in Utah within the last few weeks. Many carried signs for Renee Good and Alex Preddy, who were shot and killed by federal agents in Minnesota.
My son lives in Minnesota and 2 blocks from where Alex was murdered, and I'm here to show support for Minnesota.
Mindy Holbrook walked alongside Kelly Hall, both former teachers who met for the first time today.
I love that there's more people because these are our neighbors and our friends that are being rounded up without due process, and we have a constitution.
Some protesters and signs called out local leaders like Utah Senator Mike Lee, who wrote on X today, "We're not defunding ICE. Live with it." In a much longer post, Senator John Curtis addressed the shooting death of Preddy, writing in part, quote, "Until the facts are fully known, we should lead with empathy, restraint, and respect for the rule of law." A family from Harriman says they worry about their safety following the news out of Minnesota.
People are like, oh, what are the odds? That's never going to happen here, but you never know.
Mariana Shelley told us she's an immigrant from Venezuela.
If I'm at the grocery store, at the parking lot, somebody takes me, nobody's going to interfere because they're going to be scared. And also, some people might think like, well, maybe she doesn't have the documents. Maybe she's a criminal.
She has concerns for her husband and children, too.
I hope more people understand that what is happening shouldn't be happening. It's not normal to be killing people in the streets.
And we had crews tracking this protest from the moments before it even started to the time that those crowds dispersed. And what we saw today was peaceful, and we did not see any counter-protesters along the route today. I'll send it back to you.
Yeah, it looks like a huge turnout, especially from Chopper 5 above the ground. Shelby, thank you. Well, last night, vigils were held across